Hello and welcome to the build-up from RamsTV. This is the show that gives you everything you need to know before the big game kicks off. Derby County will try to climb out of the Championship relegation zone this afternoon and record their first win of the year as they welcome Sheffield United to Pride Park. While the Rams need a victory to get out of the bottom three, the visitors this afternoon need a win to go back to the top of the table. Been a good week already for the Blades, who had boss Chris Wilder sign a new contract on Tuesday and signed midfielder Hamza Chowdhury from Leicester till the end of the season, and then added defender Harry Clark on loan from Ipswich. That's 4 January arrivals now, following Ben Brereton Diaz and Tom Cannon earlier in the window. And they come to Pride Park today looking to avoid losing back-to-back league games for only the second time this season. That's after Friday's surprise 3-0 defeat at home to Hull. The Blades also have the second best away record in the Championship, though they haven't won at Pride Park in 15 years. The home side have been the victors in the past 6 meetings between Derby and Sheffield United, including earlier in the campaign. September's most recent meeting at Bramall Lane, when Gustavo Hamer's free kick settled the contest. He's suspended today. United also without midfielder Ollie Arblaster. What about Derby, who are looking to avoid making it 7 consecutive league defeats this afternoon? They haven't been on a run like that since their infamous 2007-8 Premier League campaign. Matt Clark in line to make his first appearance after joining from Middlesbrough. The former Derby Player of the Year, a welcome reinforcement, with Callum Elder and Corey Blackett-Taylor added to a lengthy injury list this week. And if you're looking for some encouragement, remember that 6 of Derby's 7 wins this season have come at Pride Park, most recently over West Brom, another of the promotion contenders on Boxing Day. And there is one other bit of news that we should mention. I'm sure you've heard by now, but last night Erin Cashin left Derby to join Premier League Brighton. Well, Cash has been associated with Derby in one way or another since he was 5 years old. He rose through the ranks in the academy, helped the under-18s win the Premier League national title in 2019, and went on to make 144 appearances for the first team. He was named in the PFA League One Team of the Year last season as the Rams won promotion, and he's a favourite of everyone on and off the pitch. We wish him nothing but the very best down on the south coast. The Championship has still games to go. Lots happening today. The transfer window closes on Monday night. Here's how the Championship table looks. Well, Leeds atop, today's visitors Sheffield United second. The top 4 separated by 5 points. Blackburn moved back into the playoffs with a victory over Preston last night, meaning 4 points separate the sides from 5th down to 10th. Derby could climb out of the relegation zone today with a win. There's only 5 points from Cardiff in 18th to Luton in 23rd. Plymouth 4 points adrift at the bottom of the table. 17 games remain in this Championship season. Well, let's hear from Derby boss Paul Warne ahead of today's game against Sheffield United. Speaking to him on Thursday, before Erin Cashin's move to Brighton was confirmed, the Derby boss had already added to his defensive ranks, bringing Matt Clark in from Middlesbrough.
Obviously, the defensive line needs not reassurance, but strengthening. So just think he brings experience. He's played at the level this year. It's a quick, it's an easy deal to do. Both parties are really happy, and in the nicest possible sense, it's a brilliant drag and drop. There doesn't have to be. He's been here before, I know. I've done my history. So it's just an easy. He's a good player. He's a good leader. Like even in training the other day, he stayed out and done extra, so I can see what a good pro he is. I've spoke to some of his teammates, so it was a no-brainer for us. That's the most simple way I can put it.
Did the past association with the club and the fact that he knows people around the building, does that help at all with it?
I think it will help him. So, for example, when we brought Kenzo over, although Kenzo made himself very popular very quick, Matt has eclipsed that. I saw him grab Phil on day one, so she was buzzing. She goes for her cuddles where she can. So, it's just easy. It's like if I played at one club, went back to the same club, it's as comfy as a pair of slippers. So there doesn't need so much of an integration, and he knows where, like Saturday, I know it sounds crazy, but he knows what the dressing rooms look like, he knows what the crowd's like. It won't feel odd for him playing in the Derby shirt, and like I said, he's playing at the same level he's played at for a long time now.
On the injury front, any major updates? You looked to lose a couple last weekend.
No major updates. Obviously, I'm trying to think the ones we lost. Callum is tweaked his groin, so he'll be out for a short period. Very vague. See what I've done. Corey's damaged his hamstring badly, so he'll be out for a large period, very large period.
You're facing Sheffield United this weekend. The question that I've asked you a few times is what can you do to change the story, to end the run that you're on?
Yeah, it's a good question. And obviously, even if I had 10 different answers, I wouldn't put them out there for the opposition to see. But there's a lot of good things we've been doing. But we have to tighten up on counter-attacks. We've tried to do a little bit on that about our shape and making it harder on transitions, not to concede chances. I think that's been evident in the last few games. What has been evident as well since the inclusion of Lars possibly is we've been a lot more of a goal threat. But we have to, take a lot more of the chances that we've created. So you'd be surprised to know we need to defend better and score more, and then we've got it cracked. But that's fundamentally it. We need to find, different ways to score. But we have to also not feel sorry for ourselves. Like, no one but us, will care once the whistle starts. Sorry, no one feels sorry for us that we could have picked up this, could have picked up that. That's not what it's about. It's about the next game, getting the lads up for the next game, knowing how difficult the challenge is, but also knowing that when we're at our very best, we're a really good team, and that's what we've focused our week on.
When you lost at Bramall Lane earlier this season by 1-0, one of 11 games that you've lost this season by a single goal, how infuriating is that a statistic for you?
Infuriating, but then weirdly, it's not the worst stat. And that sounds a bit odd, but if we're getting beaten 4-0, 5-0, then we know we're miles off. We're not miles off. We just need a good result, hopefully backed up with another one to get your season going again. But it is frustrating when the only frustrating part of it is that, we do create good chances, and, that's what's really killed us, I think. However, there's certain games where we're lost by one goal that I feel more disappointed with. The Sheffield United game, they deserve to beat us. So although we lost by one goal, I can't say it was one of them games. Whereas some of the more recent ones we've lost by one goal, I feel a little bit more broken by, not broken, but disappointed by, I think is fair. So I know how hard the lads are working. I know they give us everything. We just need our best performance to win a game, and hopefully with all the work we've done this week, we'll have a really good performance and something for the fans to get right behind.
That's Derby boss Paul Warne ahead of today's visit of Sheffield United. His opposite number signed a new contract this week. Chris Wilder hoping to lead the Blades back to the Premier League and hoping to bounce back after last Friday's surprise defeat to Hull.
You can't get away from the fact of their recent record. It's a big club. Historically, always a great place to go and play football. Full house there. Knowing Paul and what he's achieved in the past, and his mentality right the way through, his team will be committed, they'll be disciplined, they'll be organised, and they'll be looking for that win to get themselves back on track. I think they've been pretty unfortunate in a few of those games. There's certainly games in that run that they could have turned losses into draws, and even looking at the games, even into wins. So the noise would be quietened if they'd have got those results. But as we all know, when you don't, it grows and it grows. But they'll be committed, they'll be on the front foot, and we have to earn the right to play, and we have to make sure that we're right to gain a win. To win a game of football in the Championship, we've got to do a lot of things right. And you saw at the Hull City game, they score a wonder goal. They sit in deep, they make it difficult for us. They counter well. We have a goal disallowed that I don't think should be disallowed. They have a goal given that shouldn't be given. And all of a sudden, it's a difficult night for us. And we don't get the result that we want. I didn't think, from my point of view, it was a 3-0. We were chasing at the end, but we've lost a game of football, and you can do. So we have to be, if not close to or at our best, to earn that right.
That's Chris Wilder. Now, a bit of a rarity in the Championship this weekend. The top three all play at 3 o'clock this afternoon, and they're all facing teams in the relegation scrap. Leeds host Cardiff, while Burnley visit Portsmouth. Luton are on the road to face Sheffield Wednesday at Hillsborough. Plymouth welcome West Brom in one of the lunchtime games. Plenty of interesting games around the Championship today. Now, I wonder if today we'll also see Lars-Jørgen Salvesen get his first goal at Pride Park Stadium. The Norwegian striker got off the mark for the Rams at Cardiff last weekend. He's been reflecting on that goal with RamsTV.
Of course, it was special, but will meant more if we get something out of the game, a point or a win, of course. But for a striker, you live off the goals, and it was good to get a decent start. But of course, it was a chance after on the corner also I still think about. So that's the life of a striker.
Are the ones that you miss, do they stay with you more than the ones that you score?
Yeah, kind of. But of course, you appreciate the ones you put in the net as well. But yeah, the one you miss are hard to forget sometimes.
You had a couple of chances when you came on to make your debut as well. Are you pleased that you've had so many opportunities early on?
Yeah, of course. Like the first thing as a striker is getting to the chances and then like putting them into the net. So of course it feels like I have a good connection with my teammates already, and they are looking for me and playing me in my best spots and situations, and yeah. That's the way I can help the team.
You must get a lot of messages when you have a milestone like that, your first goal in English football. Did you hear from a lot of people?
Yeah, of course. It was really fun and nice for me personally. But like I said, I don't like losing football games, so that's the thing I'm like most thinking most about.
I said to you the other day, we know that we've had a few extra viewers in Norway on RamsTV since you arrived. What's been the reaction from people back home to the move?
No, it's been good reactions. All the people are like pushing me forward and wishing me the best of lucks. And I'm just enjoying it, and I feel so much support from, of course, all the people here, but all the people at home as well. So yeah, it's been a really good start, and I love my first weeks in the Derby jersey.
And tell me about how you've been settling in. I heard you've been playing a bit of darts with people.
Yeah, playing darts and some pool, and yeah, it's been really good. I've received the warm welcomes from the players and also the coaches and the rest of the staff, and also supporters. I was in the Derby and shopping mall, and some people come over and said some nice words, and that's always nice as a new person. So it's been really good in the beginning. Yeah.
You enjoy being recognised?
Yeah, that's a part of the game. So yeah, that's just how it is.
And how is your darts game? Ibu tells me that he's had the better of things.
Nah, but you can't always trust Ibu. So I've been winning against him, but of course he's a good dart player.
We know that you came in having had a couple of days, I think, of pre-season and not played for a while. Tell me about how the body's feeling and how intense it's been to sort of get you up to speed.
No, it was pretty intense the first couple of days. I was training a lot with Dave, extra like running wise and fitness wise. So my first sub against Sunderland was a bit longer than expected, and then of course I didn't expect to play 90 minutes the last game, but yeah, the body felt good, and yeah, since I've known about maybe going to Derby, I've been training extra. So since Christmas, I've been training really hard to be ready for this, and now it's nice to see that the work pays off.
I know you're only a game and a bit in, but what have you made of the Championship so far? The style of football, is it what you expected?
Yeah, to be honest, it's kind of what I expected. It's different from Norway, of course, but. Yeah, I've talked with people before. I know some people in the Championship, and I've been in football for quite a few years. So I kind of knew what I was going into, and it's the same as I expected. It's more physical. It's much tougher in the duels, and guys are sprinting and fighting more. Yeah, that's some of my strengths as well. So I like it.
First goal for the club last weekend. This weekend back at Pride Park, how much would you love to get your first goal in front of the home fans?
Yeah, wow, no, that would be amazing. So, I'm dreaming of my first goal at Pride Park. Yeah.
And we know the position that the team's in and the run that they've been on. You're new to the group, so you've not been here for most of it. Tell me about the mood that you sense within the dressing room at the moment.
No, it's a good group. I think we had a strong performance against Cardiff, but a bit unlucky with the result. And of course, you get affected when you lose like 6 games in a row, and that's natural as a football player and as a person. But I see on the training ground, I see on the last game that we have a lot of quality here. So it's just like to change it in our direction. And yeah, you see Cardiff now, they have won 8 games in a row without a loss. I think we can do the same. I know we can do the same. So it's just believing in it and giving it all. And at home at Pride Park, we should be the favourite against anyone. So I think that should be our mindset, yeah.
That's Lars-Jørgen Salvesen, and this has been the build-up. Today at Pride Park Stadium, it's Derby County against Sheffield United. If you can't be here and you're outside the UK and Ireland, you can watch the game on RamsTV. Get your Game Pass now at dcfc.co.uk. Matchday Live with you from 2:30. I'll see you then. Goodbye.